In a home filled with light and laughter lived a tiny kitten named Pip. His world was woven from sunbeams on the floor and the gentle purrs of his parents. Every day was a soft blanket of love, a world where nothing could ever go wrong. He believed this warmth would last forever, a perfect sun-drenched dream. But one day the warmth faded. Harsh words, like cold shadows, crept into their happy home. The door, which once opened to joyful greetings, now closed with a final, heavy thud. And just like that, Pip was alone. The house, once a universe of comfort, became a vast, silent emptiness. His tiny meows echoed back, unanswered. The world outside the window was no longer a place of wonder, but a daunting grey landscape. Hunger gnawed at his belly, a sharp ache he'd never known. He stepped out, his small paws trembling on the cold, indifferent pavement. Rain fell like icy tears, soaking his fur and chilling him to the bone. Every shadow seemed to hold a threat, every sound a potential danger. He was just a small, forgotten soul in a world that felt too big and too harsh. Days bled into nights. Pip learned the city's unforgiving rhythm. He learned that a discarded crust of bread was a feast, and a cardboard box, a castle against the wind. He saw other forgotten faces in the alleys only scared, just like him. Fear was his constant companion, but a tiny spark of defiance began to glow within him. He refused to let the darkness swallow him whole. He would survive. Slowly, the seasons changed, and so did Pip. The frightened kitten grew into a sleek, resilient cat. His fur, once a soft ginger, was now streaked with the dust and wisdom of the streets. His eyes, once wide with fear, now held a calm, steady gaze. He moved with a quiet confidence, no longer a victim of the city, but a part of its complex, beating heart. He had not just survived, he had found his strength in the struggle. He started noticing the others again, not as shadows, but as kindred spirits. He'd lead a younger stray to a dry alcove during a storm, or nudge a piece of his scavenged meal toward a weaker cat. He, who had lost everything, began to give what little he had. He became a silent guardian of the forgotten, a small beacon of hope in the city's darkest corners. He didn't have a warm home anymore, but he was creating warmth wherever he went. Pip's journey wasn't about finding his way back to a life he had lost. It was about discovering the incredible strength that had been inside him all along. He learned that family isn't always about the home you're born into, but the community you build. He proved that even when you feel lost and alone, you have the power to not only save yourself, but to light the way for others. Because even the smallest heart can overcome the biggest storms. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If Pip's story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. We'll see you in the next one.